The arithmetical property associated with unity is minus, which can be termed as -1. All successive integers differ by 1. The first tarot card is called the Fool. It sets into motion this difference of 1 because it is the first card, and it is given the number 0. All subsequent cards have this difference of 1 associated with them as a consequence. Their ordinal numbers, 1 for the first card, and their cardinal numbers, 0 for the Fool, the first card, differ by 1. Integer numbers can be seen as stations along a route, with the road between any two stations symbolized by the number 1, because 1 as minus exists between any two successive numbers. This is why the Fool is seen in the tarot cards as starting out on a journey. The Fool is also represented in modern card decks as the Joker. The Joker is also the source of the Jack-in-the-Box character. Jack-in-the-Box can pop up anywhere. This is symbolic of -1, which exists between all successive numbers, making him welcome everywhere. Jack-in-the-Box is the interrupter, just like -1 is in the interval or is the interruption between numbers. Take the idea of a train. A train is symbolic of this -1 because it journeys between stations. The stations are symbolic of integer numbers. -1, the negative side, is also the teacher, as we see in the word lesson, which is a slightly shortened version of less 1 or -1. But to teach somebody is also to train them. In the second Matrix movie, called Matrix Reloaded, there is the scene of the place between worlds. Here two people are having a conversation on a railway line. The first card, the Fool, is coupled to the 19th card, called the Moon, because 1 plus 19 equals 20. This is the cosmic coupling. The 19th card rules Pisces, the fish. Traditionally, Pisces is symbolic of the feet. It is the feet that take us on a journey. It is for this reason that the first and the 19th card are symbolic of the idea of a journey or going on a journey. 1 is a static number, as can be seen from the behavior of an electric field. Electric fields are generated by static charges. If there are two plates that have a potential difference between them, an electric field is generated between the plates. The crux of the matter is that the electric field is always at right angles to the surface of the plates. So a static potential difference creates a right angle. A right angle is always coupled with difference or minus. They are the two aspects of unity. We can trust the behavior of an electric field because an electric field is not physical in nature. It is the behavior of physical objects that are untrustworthy and conflicted. Stasis is therefore associated with number 1 as minus, which is symbolized by the Fool tarot card. Therefore, the Fool is stuck between worlds. The Joker is the first tarot card whose number is 0. It is therefore about zeros and ones. Therefore, it represents the principle of the digital world, of computers and simulated logic. The digital electronic world at its very foundation is about zeros and ones. The 0 is for a signal below a certain value, say 3.5 volts, and a 1 is a voltage above this value. This generates the binary code through electronics. The joker is then programmed logic. He is trapped in this digital world. His existence is a simulation that a computer programmer developed. He is stuck in its narrow confines. This corresponds with the number 1 as minus, being stranded between worlds or between stations, represented by the integer numbers. In order to understand the psychology of the fool better, we must take it in conjunction with other tarot cards. As knowledge is structured on a circle and a square, we will begin with the arrangement of 4 cards as a square. 2 of the corners of the square are successive cards, namely the Fool and the Magus. The other 2 corners of the square come from the equation A plus B equals 20, in conjunction with the Fool and the Magus, the first and the second cards. From this we get the Star and the Moon cards, the 18th and 19th cards, as 2 plus 18 equals 20 and 1 plus 19 equals 20. The first card is opposite to the 19th card, while the second card is opposite to the 18th card. The 18th and 19th cards are negations in meaning of each other as they differ by 1. One of the principles associated with a circle is multiplication, which is a cross. So we need to examine the cross in a square, as this is associated with a circle and a square, the geometry of knowledge. Negations resolve opposites, as can be seen in the basic diagram of a circle, its diameter, and the associated right angle. The second card, the Magician, undoes the Fool, and is in league with the Moon, the 19th card, as the Moon is opposite to the Fool. The Fool is in league with the Star, using this same logic. These 2 tarot pairs form lines in the square that are at right angles to each other. Therefore, they are negations of one another. It is the Magus-Moon pair that undo the illusion of the Fool-Star pair. We have seen that the number 1 is a static number, which as a consequence causes the Fool to be stuck between the worlds. The Fool is in league with the Star tarot card, card number 18. Stars are fixed or static objects in the night sky. The second tarot card, called the Magician, is the negation of the first tarot card, the Fool. The Magician therefore represents motion, which is not static. The Magician tarot card is in league with the Moon tarot card, card number 19. Therefore the Moon, as an object in the sky, is moving. The Moon, through its motion around the Earth, maintains its connection to the Fool, symbolic of a difference of 1. It does this by rotating once on its axis for every 1 revolution. The Earth only sees one face of the Moon. This symbolizes the static nature of 1 as difference, again symbolized by the Fool. This is a highly integrated process. The static principle of 1 as difference is expressed here purely through motion, confirming the illusory nature of stasis.